it. We're writing the death benefit into our equations, and you guys are still giving us crap.
That's true. They must have thought that was fairly ironic that in fact here they are admitting that this will end everyone's life earlier, and then they get slammed for it.
But after that, the tobacco people shut up about the death benefit. They fell in line, and they never publicly mentioned it again. The anti-tobacco people, though, kind of won't let this go. They could have called attention to the study, declared outrage, mocked it, all of which they did do. And then they could have named the whole incident a success and walked away, which weirdly they did not do. Instead, anti-tobacco people have spent the last decade trying to prove that the data, not just the moral question of counting deaths on the plus side of an economic analysis, but the actual data Philip Morris was using was wrong. Which, when it comes to this study, seems a little bit besides the point, doesn't it? I mean, these guys clearly won this round. Clear victory for tobacco control people. Battle won. But they won't drop it. Instead, Matt Myers, the Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids, has been doing his own studies about whether or not smokers save the government money, and his numbers show they do not.
What we thought the data showed, and what it turned out that the data showed, was that tobacco was an enormous net drain on the economy. I think the numbers are very wrong.
But it seems like part of the power of your position here is that you get to say, look at those guys measuring, the value of your death and the benefit of your death. That's ridiculous, and that's it. But now you are too. You're also doing your own economic analysis.
We're very clear. Efforts to reduce tobacco use have nothing to do with economic costs. They have everything to do with quality of life.
But you are doing economic analysis. You're doing cost-benefit studies yourselves.
We did not start out making that argument. The public health community began to look at the economic issues only because the tobacco industry argued that as a society we couldn't afford to reduce tobacco use. We have to respond to the tobacco industry's argument.
In other words, they started it, and now it is on. So here we go. Were they right? Does the fact that smokers die early mean that they save the rest of us money? Now, Philip Morris is not the place you would go for an answer to that question, but luckily it is a question economists ask all the time about smoking and alcohol and obesity. And the way they do it is they go through all the costs to society. Payment for lung cancer treatment, that means everyone's insurance rates go up, more sick days. Subtract the savings to society, pensions unpaid out, less spent on nursing home care because people die sooner, and they total it all up, and eventually most economists come to this unsatisfying conclusion. It about evens out. Smokers probably cost society a little bit more than they save by dying early,